Imagine, if you will, the universe as a grand symphony where every note, every pause, and every crescendo play their part in the unfolding melody of existence. Just as waves rise and fall, so too do the rhythms of consciousness and unconsciousness, light and darkness. This dance, as I often say, is not a battle between opposing forces, but a harmonious interplay of complementary energies. In the passage we discussed earlier, we are reminded of the dualities that shape our perception, the tendency to label experiences as either wonderful or dreadful, dull or lively. But what if we could step back from these judgments? What if we could see life not as a series of fixed categories, but as a fluid and ever-changing expression of cosmic creativity? The anxiety that often grips us stems from our resistance to the inherent flip-flop nature of life. We resist the natural oscillation between highs and lows, between certainty and uncertainty. Think about it: when we try to grasp onto one side of the wave and resist the other, we find ourselves in a constant struggle against the current of existence. Consider the example of someone who sees life through a strictly mechanistic lens, reducing it to mere chemicals and biological processes. This perspective, while it claims to offer clarity and realism, overlooks the richness and depth of experience. It is akin to trying to capture the essence of music by dissecting its notes rather than surrendering to its melody. What seems like common sense, a mechanistic view of the universe, is, in truth, just another myth. It is a narrative we construct to make sense of the world, but it is not the only narrative available to us. Life, as I often emphasize, is not just gooey or prickly, it is gooey and prickly, both simultaneously and inseparably intertwined. Those who insist on one perspective over the other, whether gooey or prickly, miss the point. They miss the beauty of the dance where opposites attract and repel, where light defines darkness and darkness defines light. To embrace this dance is to let go of rigid beliefs and to flow with the unfolding mystery of existence. In this cosmic drama, we all play different roles. Some adopt the persona of the intellectual porcupine with prickles out and a penchant for analytical rigor. They pride themselves on facing facts and seeing through illusions. Others take on the role of the enthusiast, embracing life with juice, flow, and rhythm. They revel in the lilt and gaiety of existence. Both roles are necessary. Life requires the analytical mind to discern patterns and explore the depths of knowledge. It also needs the enthusiast to infuse passion and creativity into the fabric of reality. Yet neither role alone captures the entirety of human experience. It is in the interplay, the dialogue between these roles, that the true richness of life emerges. So how do we navigate this dance with grace and ease? The answer lies in letting go. Letting go of our need to control, our need to label and categorize every experience. When we release the grip of our expectations and surrender to the natural rhythm of life, we discover a profound sense of freedom. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves come and go, each one different from the last. You can fight against the current, or you can learn to surf the waves, to ride them with skill and grace. Life, much like the ocean, presents us with endless opportunities to flow with its currents. Acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity. It is an active choice to embrace the present moment fully, without judgment or resistance. It is about saying yes to life in all its complexity, the highs and the lows, the joys and the sorrows. When we accept life as it is, we tap into a reservoir of inner peace and resilience. Think back to the analogy of the cosmic dance. Each step, each movement contributes to the beauty of the whole. The dancer does not resist the rhythm but surrenders to it, allowing the dance to unfold naturally. Similarly, when we surrender to the flow of life, we align ourselves with the greater unfolding of the universe. Ultimately, the journey of life is not about reaching a final destination, but about enjoying the ride. It is about savoring each moment, each experience, knowing that they all contribute to the tapestry of our lives. When we let go of the need to control and instead embrace the uncertainty of the future, we open ourselves to endless possibilities. Letting go and relaxing into the flow does not mean abandoning our goals or ambitions. It means approaching them with a sense of ease and detachment, knowing that the journey itself is as important as the destination. It means trusting in the wisdom of the universe and allowing life to unfold in its own time and in its own way. To understand the wisdom of acceptance, we must first examine its opposite, resistance. Resistance arises when we push against the natural flow of life, when we cling to expectations, judgments, and desires. It is a state of inner tension, where we struggle against what is, hoping to mold reality according to our preferences. Think back to moments in your own life when you felt resistance. Perhaps it was during a challenging situation at work, in a strained relationship, or when faced with unexpected setbacks. Notice how resistance tightens your chest, clouds your mind, and creates emotional turmoil. It is as if you are fighting against a current that only grows stronger the harder you resist. At the heart of resistance lies the illusion of control. We believe that if we can just manipulate circumstances, people, and outcomes to our liking, we will finally find happiness and security. This desire for control manifests in various forms: micromanaging situations, obsessing over details, or attempting to foresee and preempt every possible scenario. Consider how this illusion plays out in everyday life. We meticulously plan our days, seeking to maximize productivity and minimize uncertainty. We invest heavily in relationships, expecting them to fulfill our emotional needs and validate our sense of worth. Yet, despite our best efforts, life often unfolds in unexpected ways, challenging our carefully constructed narratives. To understand why we resist, we must explore its roots in fear and conditioning. From a young age, we are taught to strive for success, to avoid failure at all costs, and to conform to societal expectations. These cultural norms create a pressure to perform, achieve, and excel, leading us to believe that our worth is tied to external accomplishments. Fear of the unknown also fuels resistance. We fear uncertainty, change, and the unfamiliar because they threaten our sense of security and stability. This fear drives us to seek control, to cling tightly to what is known and familiar, even if it no longer serves us. Acceptance, on the other hand, offers a different way of relating to life. It is not passive resignation or indifference, but an active choice to embrace the present moment as it is, without judgment or resistance. Acceptance is about acknowledging reality as it unfolds, recognizing that life is inherently uncertain and unpredictable. Think of acceptance as a form of radical openness. It requires us to let go of our need to control outcomes and instead to trust in the wisdom of life itself. It invites us to surrender to the natural flow of existence, knowing that each moment, whether joyful or challenging, holds valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. One of the profound benefits of practicing acceptance is the cultivation of inner peace. When we release the grip of resistance and surrender to what is, we experience a profound sense of relief and relaxation. Our minds become clearer, our bodies more at ease, and our emotions more balanced. Imagine waking up in the morning with a deep sense of calm and contentment, regardless of the challenges that may arise during the day. This is the gift of acceptance, an inner reservoir of peace that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. It is a state of being where we find solace in the present moment, rather than seeking it in future achievements or external validations. Acceptance also entails letting go of judgment, both of ourselves and others. Judgment creates separation and division, reinforcing the illusion of duality. When we judge, we categorize experiences as good or bad, right or wrong, desirable or undesirable. This dualistic thinking perpetuates inner conflict and prevents us from seeing the interconnectedness of all life. Instead of labeling experiences, what if we approach them with curiosity and compassion? What if we embrace the full spectrum of human emotions, joy, sorrow, anger, and love as integral aspects of the human experience? Acceptance invites us to embrace our imperfections and vulnerabilities, recognizing them as essential to our growth and evolution. Central to the practice of acceptance is the recognition of impermanence, the understanding that all things, including our thoughts, emotions, and circumstances, are transient and ever-changing. This awareness liberates us from the tyranny of attachment and aversion, allowing us to flow more gracefully with life's inevitable ups and downs. Think of impermanence as a constant invitation to let go. Each moment arises and passes away, giving rise to the next moment in an endless cycle of birth and dissolution. When we resist impermanence, we suffer. When we accept it, we find liberation and freedom. Presence is at the heart of acceptance. It is the art of being fully awake and engaged in the present moment without being hijacked by regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. Presence allows us to experience life directly, without filters or distortions, and to respond to each moment with clarity and wisdom. Consider the difference between reacting and responding. Reaction is driven by unconscious patterns and conditioning, while response arises from a place of inner awareness and presence. When we cultivate presence, we become more attuned to our intuition and inner guidance, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and grace. In the teachings of Taoism and Zen Buddhism, there is a concept known as effortless effort, or Wu Wei Wei. It refers to the art of action through non-action, the paradoxical idea that by relinquishing the need to control outcomes, we become more effective in achieving our goals. Imagine a river flowing effortlessly towards the ocean. It does not struggle against obstacles or resist the natural contours of the land. Instead, it flows around obstacles, carving its path with patience and persistence. Similarly, when we align with the flow of life, we tap into a reservoir of creativity and resilience that transcends our limited notions of effort and striving. Practicing acceptance is not confined to moments of meditation or introspection. It is a way of life. It is about bringing mindfulness and awareness into every aspect of our daily existence, from our interactions with others to our engagement with work and leisure activities. Here are some practical ways to integrate acceptance into your daily life. Mindful awareness. Cultivate mindfulness by paying attention to your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. Compassionate listening. Practice active listening and empathy in your relationships, allowing others to express themselves freely without interrupting or judging. Gratitude. Practice cultivate gratitude for the simple joys and blessings in your life, fostering a sense of appreciation for the present moment. Self-compassion. Be kind and gentle with yourself during moments of difficulty or self-doubt, recognizing your inherent worth and resilience. Nature connection. Spend time in nature, observing its rhythms and cycles, and connecting with the larger web of life. While acceptance offers profound benefits, it is not always easy to practice, especially in the face of adversity and hardship. Challenges such as loss, illness, or betrayal can trigger deep-seated fears and resistance. In these moments, it is important to approach acceptance with patience and self-compassion. Remember that acceptance does not mean denying or ignoring your emotions. It means allowing yourself to fully experience and process them without getting entangled in their grip. It means honoring your vulnerability and seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals when needed. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools for cultivating acceptance and presence in our lives. Mindfulness involves bringing non-judgmental awareness to the present moment, while meditation nurtures inner stillness and clarity. Together, they create a foundation for living with greater authenticity and resilience. Consider incorporating mindfulness practices into your daily routine, such as mindful breathing, body scans, or mindful walking. These practices help anchor you in the present moment, reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. Likewise, regular meditation sessions, whether guided or silent, can deepen your connection to inner peace and wisdom. Acceptance is not just about embracing external circumstances, it is also about embracing your true self. Self-discovery is a journey of uncovering your authentic essence, the core of who you are beyond societal roles, expectations, and conditioning. Ask yourself, what are my deepest values and aspirations? What brings me joy and fulfillment? What fears or limiting beliefs hold me back from living authentically? By exploring these questions with curiosity and openness, you cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and self-compassion. The practice of acceptance extends beyond individual transformation to impact our relationships and communities. When we embody acceptance in our interactions with others, we create a space of openness and understanding. We become catalysts for healing and reconciliation, fostering deeper connections based on empathy and mutual respect. Imagine a world where acceptance replaces judgment, where compassion replaces criticism, and where differences are celebrated rather than feared. This vision begins with each one of us, embodying acceptance in art. Imagine the universe as a grand symphony, where every note, every pause, and every crescendo play their part in the unfolding melody of existence. Just as waves rise and fall, so too do the rhythms of consciousness and unconsciousness, light and darkness. This dance is not a battle between opposing forces, but a harmonious interplay of complementary energies. In this cosmic dance, we find the principles of yin and yang, the ancient Chinese symbols representing the dualities of existence. Yin and yang are not in opposition, but in a dynamic and perpetual state of balance. Each contains a seed of the other, symbolizing the interconnectedness and interdependence of all things. This understanding is foundational to embracing the cosmic dance of life. One of the greatest illusions we face is the belief in separateness. We often see ourselves as isolated beings, disconnected from the larger tapestry of existence. This illusion creates a sense of alienation and anxiety as we struggle to find our place in a seemingly indifferent universe. However, the truth is that we are intrinsically connected to the cosmos. Our thoughts, actions, and experiences are all part of the grand dance of life. By recognizing this interconnectedness, we begin to see the beauty and harmony in the unfolding patterns of existence. Consciousness and unconsciousness are two sides of the same coin, continually interacting and influencing each other. Consciousness is the light of awareness, the aspect of ourselves that observes, reflects, and makes choices. Unconsciousness, on the other hand, is the shadowy realm of instinct, intuition, and hidden potential. In the dance of life, these two forces are in constant dialogue. Moments of clarity and insight arise from the depths of our unconscious, while periods of darkness and confusion can lead us to greater self-awareness. Embracing both aspects of our being allows us to navigate the complexities of existence with greater ease and understanding. Time, too, is an integral part of the cosmic dance. We often perceive time as a linear progression, moving from past to present to future. However, in the grand symphony of the universe, time is more fluid and cyclical. The past, present, and future are interconnected, each moment influencing the others in a continuous flow. By letting go of rigid notions of time, we open ourselves to the timeless nature of existence. We become more present, more attuned to the rhythms of life, and more capable of flowing with the natural currents of our experience. Impermanence is a fundamental aspect of the cosmic dance. Everything in existence is in a state of constant change, from the smallest particles to the vast galaxies. This impermanence is not something to be feared, but embraced as a natural part of life. When we accept the transient nature of all things, we become more resilient and adaptable. We learn to let go of attachments and expectations, finding peace in the ever-changing flow of existence. This acceptance allows us to live more fully in the present moment, appreciating the beauty and wonder of each fleeting experience. Life is a rich tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow. These experiences are not separate but deeply interconnected, each giving meaning and depth to the other. Joy is heightened by our understanding of sorrow, and sorrow is softened by our experiences of joy. In the cosmic dance, both joy and sorrow are essential. They are the melodies and harmonies that create the symphony of our lives. By embracing both, we cultivate a deeper sense of compassion and empathy, not only for ourselves but for others as well. Paradox is a recurring theme in the cosmic dance. Life is full of apparent contradictions that, when viewed from a broader perspective, reveal deeper truths. For example, we find freedom in letting go, strength in vulnerability, and unity in diversity. The term flip-flop refers to the inherent oscillation between contrasting states that characterizes our experience of life. This can manifest in various forms: emotional highs and lows, periods of clarity and confusion, moments of success and failure. The flip-flop is not a flaw or a mistake, it is a fundamental aspect of existence. To understand this concept, consider the natural world. The seasons change, the tides ebb and flow, day turns into night. These cycles are not random but part of the rhythm of life. Similarly, our internal states fluctuate, reflecting the dynamic balance of our existence. Embracing this natural oscillation means recognizing that both the highs and the lows are essential parts of the whole. One of the primary sources of human suffering is resistance to the flip-flop nature of life. When we try to hold on to pleasure and avoid pain, we set ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. This resistance creates a sense of tension and anxiety, as we are constantly at odds with the natural flow of existence. Consider the example of someone who experiences a great success. They might feel an intense desire to maintain that high, fearing the inevitable downturn. This fear creates a resistance to the natural ebb and flow, leading to stress and dissatisfaction. Similarly, during times of difficulty, the resistance to pain and discomfort can amplify our suffering, making it harder to move through the challenging period. Acceptance is the key to embracing the flip-flop of existence. It involves acknowledging and allowing the natural oscillations of life without judgment or resistance. Acceptance does not mean passive resignation, rather, it is an active engagement with the present moment, recognizing that each experience, whether pleasurable or painful, is a valuable part of the journey. Acceptance allows us to navigate the highs and lows with grace and resilience. When we accept the transient nature of our experiences, we become less attached to the highs and less averse to the lows. This balanced perspective enables us to find peace and contentment regardless of the external circumstances. Mindfulness is a powerful practice that supports acceptance and helps us embrace the flip-flop of existence. By cultivating present moment awareness, we learn to observe our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without getting caught up in them. Mindfulness allows us to witness the natural ebb and flow of our internal states with a sense of curiosity and openness. Through mindfulness, we develop the ability to stay grounded in the present moment, even as we navigate the ups and downs of life. This practice helps us cultivate a deeper sense of equanimity, enabling us to respond to challenges with clarity and compassion. By embracing the flip-flop of existence through mindfulness, we find a deeper connection to the rhythm of life. The interplay of light and darkness is a central theme in the flip-flop of existence. Light represents clarity, understanding, and joy, while darkness symbolizes confusion, uncertainty, and sorrow. These contrasting states are not separate but deeply interconnected, each giving meaning and depth to the other. In the dance of light and darkness, we learn to appreciate the beauty and richness of our experiences. The moments of light are heightened by our understanding of darkness, and the periods of darkness are softened by our experiences of light. Embracing both aspects of our being allows us to navigate the complexities of existence with greater ease and understanding. Joy and sorrow are two sides of the same coin, continually interacting and influencing each other. Just as light and darkness are intertwined, so too are joy and sorrow. Each experience of joy contains within it the seed of sorrow, and each moment of sorrow holds the potential for joy. By embracing the dance of joy and sorrow, we cultivate a deeper sense of compassion and empathy. We recognize that both joy and sorrow are essential parts of the human experience, each contributing to our growth and understanding. This balanced perspective allows us to navigate the highs and lows with a sense of grace and equanimity. Impermanence is a fundamental aspect of the flip-flop of existence. Everything in life is in a state of constant change, from the smallest particles to the vast galaxies. This impermanence is not something to be feared, but embraced as a natural part of life. When we accept the transient nature of all things, we become more resilient and adaptable. We learn to let go of attachments and expectations, finding peace in the ever-changing flow of existence. This acceptance allows us to live more fully in the present moment, appreciating the beauty and wonder of each fleeting experience. Navigating the flip-flop of existence involves finding a balance between control and surrender. While we cannot control the external circumstances of our lives, we can influence our internal responses. This balance requires a delicate dance of taking proactive steps to shape our experience while also surrendering to the natural flow of life. By finding this balance, we cultivate a sense of agency and empowerment without falling into the trap of rigid control. We learn to trust in the wisdom of the universe, allowing life to unfold in its own time and in its own way. This balanced approach enables us to navigate the flip-flop of existence with grace and resilience. Letting go is a central practice in embracing the flip-flop of existence. It involves releasing our attachments, expectations, and need for control, and surrendering to the natural flow of life. Letting go is not about giving up, but about trusting in the wisdom of the universe and allowing life to unfold in its own time and in its own way. In the dance of life, letting go is an act of liberation. It frees us from the burden of trying to control and manipulate our experience and allows us to flow with the rhythms of existence. By letting go, we open ourselves to the boundless possibilities of life and find peace and fulfillment in the present moment. Presence is a powerful tool for embracing the flip-flop of existence. It involves being fully engaged with the present moment without getting caught up in the past or the future. Presence allows us to experience life directly without the filter of judgment or expectation. Through presence, we develop the ability to stay grounded and centered, even as we navigate the ups and downs of life. This practice helps us cultivate a deeper sense of equanimity, enabling us to respond to challenges with clarity and compassion. By embracing the flip-flop of existence through presence, we find a deeper connection to the rhythm of life. Relationships are a microcosm of the flip-flop of existence. They are dynamic, evolving, and often challenging. Through our interactions with others, we learn about ourselves and the nature of existence. Relationships teach us about love, compassion, patience, and forgiveness. In the dance of relationships, we experience the interplay of individuality and unity. We learn to balance our own needs and desires with those of others, finding harmony and connection in the process. By approaching relationships with openness and curiosity, we deepen our understanding of the flip-flop of existence. Creativity and play are vital aspects of embracing the flip-flop of existence. They are expressions of our inherent connection to the universe and our ability to co-create with it. Through creativity and play, we tap into the boundless potential of our imagination and bring forth new possibilities. In the dance of life, creativity and play are not just activities but states of being. They invite us to explore, experiment, and discover the infinite ways in which we can express ourselves. By embracing creativity and play, we infuse our lives with joy, spontaneity, and wonder. Paradox is a recurring theme in the flip-flop of existence. Life is full of apparent contradictions that, when viewed from a broader perspective, reveal deeper truths. For example, we find freedom in letting go, strength in vulnerability, and unity in diversity. Embracing the wisdom of paradox allows us to navigate the complexities of existence with greater ease. We become more open to the mysteries and uncertainties of life, recognizing that there are multiple truths and perspectives that can coexist harmoniously. Self-compassion is a crucial practice for embracing the flip-flop of existence. It involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, especially during times of difficulty and challenge. Self-compassion allows us to navigate the highs and lows with a sense of grace and resilience. By cultivating self-compassion, we develop a deeper sense of inner peace and well-being. We learn to be gentle with ourselves, recognizing that we are doing the best we can in each moment. This practice helps us embrace the flip-flop of existence with greater ease and understanding. Acceptance and change are two sides of the same coin in the flip-flop of existence. Acceptance involves acknowledging and allowing the present moment as it is, without judgment or resistance. Change involves taking proactive steps to shape our experience and create positive transformation. We often find ourselves navigating a world rich in contradictions, complexities, and paradoxes. The human mind, in its quest for understanding, tends to gravitate towards simplifying these complexities into manageable, often rigid frameworks. This tendency, while helpful for making sense of our immediate environment, can also limit our perception of the broader, more nuanced realities of existence. Fixed perspectives, or rigidly held beliefs about the nature of reality, act as cognitive anchors that can both stabilize and constrain our understanding. Our perception of reality is fundamentally shaped by our mental frameworks. These frameworks are constructed from our experiences, cultural backgrounds, education, and individual cognitive biases. The human brain processes vast amounts of sensory information, filtering and organizing it into coherent patterns. This process, while essential for navigating daily life, inevitably leads to the creation of fixed perspectives. Cognitive biases, such as confirmation bias, anchoring, and the availability heuristic, play a significant role in shaping our perspectives. These biases cause us to favor information that aligns with our pre-existing beliefs and to dismiss or undervalue information that contradicts them. Mental models, or deeply ingrained frameworks for understanding the world, further solidify these biases. While mental models help us make quick decisions, they also reinforce fixed perspectives, making it challenging to adapt to new or conflicting information. Fixed perspectives can severely limit our understanding of the world. When we cling to rigid beliefs, we close ourselves off to alternative viewpoints and new information. This limitation not only stifles personal growth and intellectual development, but also hinders our ability to navigate the complexities of life effectively. Fixed perspectives often provide an illusion of certainty and control. By adhering to rigid beliefs, we create a sense of stability and predictability in an inherently uncertain world. However, this illusion can be detrimental, as it prevents us from embracing the fluid and dynamic nature of reality. The mechanistic view of the universe, rooted in the scientific revolution of the 17th century, posits that the world operates like a vast machine, governed by fixed laws of cause and effect, pioneered by thinkers such as Isaac Newton and René Descartes. This perspective revolutionized science and technology, leading to unprecedented advancements and a deeper understanding of the physical world. While the mechanistic view has been instrumental in advancing human knowledge, it also has significant limitations. By reducing complex phenomena to simple mechanical processes, it overlooks the interconnectedness and emergent properties of living systems. This reductionist approach can lead to a fragmented and incomplete understanding of reality. In contrast to the mechanistic view, the yin-yang philosophy, rooted in ancient Chinese thought, embraces the duality and interconnectedness of all things. Yin and yang represent complementary forces that coexist in a dynamic balance. Rather than opposing each other, these forces interact and transform into one another, creating a harmonious whole. The yin-yang philosophy teaches us to embrace paradox and change. It recognizes that opposites are interdependent, and that life's true nature is found in the interplay between these forces. By adopting this perspective, we can develop a more holistic and flexible understanding of reality. Modern society is rife with fixed perspectives, reinforced by cultural norms, media, and educational systems. These influences shape our beliefs about everything from politics and religion to science and morality. While these frameworks provide a sense of identity and belonging, they can also create division and conflict. Media and technology play a significant role in perpetuating fixed perspectives. The rise of social media and digital echo chambers has intensified the polarization of beliefs, as algorithms prioritize content that aligns with our pre-existing views. This phenomenon reinforces cognitive biases and makes it increasingly difficult to encounter diverse perspectives. Embracing a flexible mindset allows us to adapt to changing circumstances and new information. This adaptability fosters resilience, enabling us to navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease and confidence. By remaining open to alternative viewpoints, we can develop a more nuanced and comprehensive understanding of the world. Flexibility in thinking also enhances creativity and innovation. By breaking free from rigid frameworks, we can explore new possibilities and generate novel solutions to complex problems. This openness to change and diversity of thought is essential for personal growth and societal problems. Mindfulness and self-awareness are key practices for cultivating an open mindset. By observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can become more aware of our cognitive biases and fixed perspectives. This awareness allows us to question our assumptions and embrace a more flexible approach to understanding reality. Embracing uncertainty is another essential aspect of cultivating an open mindset. Rather than seeking certainty and control, we can learn to accept the fluid and dynamic nature of life. This acceptance frees us from the constraints of fixed perspectives and allows us to flow with the ever-changing currents of existence. One practical step for letting go of fixed perspectives is to actively challenge our assumptions. By questioning the validity of our beliefs and considering alternative viewpoints, we can expand our understanding and break free from rigid mental models. Engaging with diverse perspectives is another powerful way to cultivate an open mindset. By seeking out and listening to voices different from our own, we can broaden our horizons and develop a more inclusive and holistic understanding of the world. Empathy and compassion are essential for overcoming fixed perspectives. By putting ourselves in others' shoes and understanding their experiences and viewpoints, we can foster greater connection and reduce the barriers created by rigid beliefs. The myth of fixed perspectives is a testament to the complexity and richness of human experience. While these perspectives provide a sense of stability and certainty, they also limit our understanding and hinder our growth. By embracing flexibility, mindfulness, and open-mindedness, we can transcend the constraints of fixed perspectives and navigate the dance of existence with grace and ease. Let go, relax, and trust in the unfolding mystery of life, for it will come to you in its own time and in its own time and in its own way. At the heart of our human experience lies the concept of roles. From the moment we are born, we begin to assume various roles: child, student, friend, worker, parent, and so forth. These roles are not static, they evolve and change as we navigate through different stages of life. Each role comes with its own set of expectations, behaviors, and responsibilities, shaping our identity and how we interact with the world. Consider the role of a student. In this role, we are expected to learn, absorb knowledge, and demonstrate our understanding through tests and assignments. The role of a parent, on the other hand, involves nurturing, guiding, and protecting our children. Each role demands different facets of our personality and engages us in unique ways. The roles we play can be likened to masks. These masks allow us to navigate different social contexts and relationships effectively. In one setting, we may wear the mask of a professional, adhering to norms of formality and competence. In another, we may don the mask of a friend, characterized by warmth and camaraderie. These masks are not inherently deceptive. They are necessary tools that help us manage the complexities of social life. However, problems arise when we become overly attached to these masks, losing sight of our true selves. When we identify too strongly with a particular role, we may find it challenging to adapt to new situations or to relate authentically with others. Let us now consider a specific role, that of the intellectual porcupine. This persona is characterized by a sharp, analytical mind, a penchant for rigor and precision, and a tendency to question and critique. The intellectual porcupine prides itself on its ability to dissect arguments, to see through illusions, and to demand evidence and clarity. This role has its strengths. It fosters critical thinking, encourages a deep understanding of complex issues, and helps to uncover truths that might otherwise remain hidden. However, the intellectual porcupine can also become rigid, dismissive of intuition and emotion, and isolated in its pursuit of objectivity. Imagine a porcupine with its prickles out, ready to defend itself at any moment. This defense mechanism, while protective, can also keep others at a distance. Similarly, the intellectual porcupine's insistence on analytical rigor can create barriers to genuine connection and understanding. In contrast to the intellectual porcupine, we have the role of the enthusiast. This persona is marked by a love of life, a passion for experience, and an embrace of spontaneity and creativity. The enthusiast thrives on connection, joy, and the fluidity of existence. This role brings vibrancy and warmth to the human experience, encouraging us to savor the beauty of the moment. The enthusiast values intuition, emotion, and the richness of subjective experience. They are often seen as the life of the party, the spark that ignites excitement and engagement in others. However, the enthusiast can sometimes lack depth, foresight, and the ability to engage with the more challenging aspects of life. Consider a dancer. moving effortlessly with the rhythm of the music. The dancer does not analyze each step but flows with the beat, fully immersed in the experience. The enthusiast embodies this approach to life, finding joy in the dance itself rather than in a meticulous examination of each movement. Life requires both the intellectual porcupine and the enthusiast. Each role contributes uniquely to our understanding and experience of the world. The challenge lies in balancing these roles, allowing each to inform and complement the other. When we achieve this balance, we can engage with life more fully and authentically. For the intellectual porcupine, this balance means embracing the spontaneity and warmth of the enthusiast, allowing for moments of joy and connection that transcend analytical thought. For the enthusiast, it involves acknowledging the value of critical thinking and depth, grounding their passion in a thoughtful and discerning approach. Imagine a conversation between an intellectual porcupine and an enthusiast. The porcupine challenges the enthusiast to think more deeply, to question assumptions, and to seek clarity. The enthusiast, in turn, invites the porcupine to relax, to enjoy the moment, and to appreciate the beauty of the experience. This dialogue enriches both perspectives, leading to a more holistic understanding of life. Beyond the intellectual porcupine and the enthusiast, there is another crucial role: the observer. The observer steps back from the fray, watching the interplay of roles without becoming overly identified with any single one. This role brings a sense of detachment and perspective, allowing us to see the bigger picture. The observer recognizes the value of each role and appreciates the dynamic interplay between them. By adopting the stance of the observer, we can navigate life with greater ease and wisdom, choosing our roles consciously and flexibly. The observer understands that life is not a battle between opposing forces, but a harmonious dance of complementary energies. Imagine sitting on the shore, watching the waves ebb and flow. You do not try to control the waves or resist their movement. Instead, you observe their rhythm, appreciating the beauty of the dance. The observer brings this same sense of detachment and appreciation to the roles we play, allowing us to engage with life more freely and joyfully. Our roles take on added significance in the context of relationships. Whether in friendships, romantic partnerships, or professional interactions, the roles we play shape the dynamics of our connections. Understanding and embracing these roles can lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. In a romantic partnership, for example, one partner may adopt the role of the nurturer, providing emotional support and care. The other partner may take on the role of the protector, offering strength and stability. These roles are not fixed; they can and should evolve over time, allowing both partners to grow and adapt to changing circumstances. Similarly, in professional settings, we may alternate between the roles of leader and collaborator, mentor and learner. Each role brings its own set of skills and perspectives, contributing to a more dynamic and effective team. By recognizing and honoring these roles, we can foster a culture of mutual respect and collaboration. While roles are essential for navigating life, they also have a shadow side. When we become overly attached to a particular role, we may lose sight of our true selves. This attachment can lead to rigidity, limiting our ability to adapt and grow. It can also create conflict, as we may resist or resent roles imposed upon us by others. Consider the role of the caretaker. While caring for others is a noble and necessary function, an excessive identification with this role can lead to burnout and resentment. The caretaker may neglect their own needs, feeling obligated to always put others first. This imbalance can create a sense of martyrdom, undermining both their well-being and their relationships. Similarly, the role of the achiever, characterized by a relentless pursuit of success and recognition, can lead to stress and alienation. The achiever may prioritize external validation over inner fulfillment, constantly striving for the next accomplishment without taking time to enjoy the journey. To transcend the limitations of our roles, we must cultivate a sense of inner freedom and authenticity. This involves recognizing the fluidity of roles and embracing the multiplicity of our identities. We are not defined by any single role; rather, we are dynamic beings capable of playing many parts in the grand drama of life. Transcending roles does not mean abandoning them. It means engaging with them consciously and flexibly, understanding that they are tools for navigating the world rather than fixed identities. By embracing this fluidity, we can move more easily between roles, adapting to the needs of each moment while staying true to our deeper selves. Imagine an actor who takes on different characters in various plays. The actor brings each character to life with skill and authenticity, yet remains aware that these roles are temporary. Offstage, the actor returns to their true self, grounded in a sense of inner stability and freedom. We too can approach our roles with the same sense of play and detachment. Another significant role in our journey is that of the seeker. The seeker is driven by a deep desire for truth, meaning, and understanding. This role involves exploring the mysteries of existence, asking profound questions, and embarking on a quest for wisdom. The seeker embodies curiosity and openness, willing to venture into the unknown in search of deeper insights. This role can lead to transformative experiences and profound revelations, guiding us toward a more enriched and enlightened life. However, the seeker must also be wary of becoming lost in the search, forgetting to appreciate the present moment. Consider the image of a wanderer traveling through a vast and beautiful landscape. The journey is filled with challenges and discoveries, moments of awe and wonder. The seeker's path is not linear, it is a winding and evolving exploration of life's mysteries. By embracing this role, we can cultivate a sense of wonder and adventure, finding joy in the journey itself. We often find ourselves entangled in the complexities and challenges of daily life, struggling to maintain control and order. This struggle, while seemingly necessary, often leads to stress, anxiety, and a sense of being overwhelmed. The paradox is that the more we try to control, the more out of control we feel. This is where the profound wisdom of letting go comes into play. Letting go does not imply giving up or becoming passive. Rather, it is about releasing the need to micromanage every aspect of our existence and trusting in the natural flow of life. This journey towards letting go and finding freedom is deeply rooted in ancient wisdom and philosophical teachings that encourage us to embrace the present moment and relinquish our fears and anxieties. To begin our exploration, it's essential to understand why we feel the need to control. From an early age, we are conditioned to believe that control equates to safety and success. Society often rewards those who appear to have their lives perfectly organized and under control. However, this notion of control is an illusion. Life, by its very nature, is unpredictable and ever-changing. Trying to control every outcome is like trying to hold water in our hands. The tighter we grip, the more it slips through our fingers. This desire for control stems from a fundamental fear of the unknown. We fear uncertainty because it challenges our sense of security and stability. Yet it is precisely this fear that keeps us trapped in a cycle of anxiety and stress. By recognizing that control is an illusion, we can begin to shift our perspective and open ourselves to the possibility of living with greater ease and freedom. The illusion of control is a powerful force in our lives. It manifests in various ways, from our relationships and careers to our health and personal goals. We set expectations, make plans, and often go to great lengths to ensure that things turn out exactly as we desire. But life rarely follows our carefully laid plans. Unexpected events, challenges, and changes are inevitable. Consider the analogy of a river. When we try to control the flow of the river, we build dams and barriers. While these structures may provide temporary stability, they ultimately disrupt the natural flow and create pressure. Similarly, when we attempt to control every aspect of our lives, we create internal pressure and resistance. This resistance leads us to stress, anxiety, and a sense of being overwhelmed. By acknowledging the illusion of control, we can start to dismantle the barriers we've built around ourselves. This process involves a fundamental shift in our mindset from one of control to one of acceptance and trust. Acceptance is the cornerstone of letting go. It involves embracing the present moment as it is, without judgment or resistance. Acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity. It is an active choice to be fully present and engage with whatever arises. When we practice acceptance, we acknowledge that life is inherently uncertain and unpredictable. Instead of resisting this uncertainty, we learn to flow with it. This shift in perspective allows us to respond to life's challenges with greater resilience and adaptability. One way to cultivate acceptance is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our full attention to the present moment without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we become more aware of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. This awareness allows us to see things as they are, rather than through the lens of our fears and expectations. Expectations are a significant source of suffering. We often have rigid ideas about how things should be, and when reality does not align with these expectations, we experience disappointment and frustration. Letting go of expectations involves releasing our attachment to specific outcomes and embracing the possibility of multiple possibilities. Consider the story of a young artist who dreams of becoming famous. She works tirelessly, honing her craft and seeking recognition. However, despite her efforts, success eludes her. Instead of becoming disheartened, she decides to let go of her expectations and focus on the joy of creating art for its own sake. In doing so, she discovers a newfound sense of freedom and fulfillment.